Welcome back, Mastercrafted Gaming fans. This is Caleb and Kyle coming at you with another bat rep. Herd versus Undead. Humongous special bat rep we're doing tonight. Kyle, tell us what you're bringing.
We're changing this up quite a bit because I'm interested in doing something that you guys have never seen before as far as battle reports go. I want to get as extensive as possible, give you a little bit of the strategy that we've been doing in the past, layered in with some narrative style gaming, some more of the shots of models that we've had requested, but yet still keep the entertainment and excitement that the two of us bring to the game. So
I'm super pumped for this bat rep. He was just laying it down for me, telling me what's going on with it. And I got to tell you, I'm too dumb to understand what he's talking about, but I think it's going to be really awesome.
It should be good. We're going to start off tonight talking to you about the mission that we rolled up. It was Invade, I believe.
We're doing Invade.
Yeah.
Kill points are going to be our tiebreaker, of course. Kyle's already got the board laid out. We're going to show you deployment, army walkthrough here shortly. Please pay special attention. We want a lot of feedback on this one. We want to know if you like this style, because Kyle's putting just a crap ton of effort into it. And, you know, I think once you see this, you're going to really appreciate it, because I already do, and I haven't even seen it yet.
Check it out. Watch it as much as you can. Give us a good idea. The first turn is going to give you a fantastic grasp of what we're trying to do, so at least make it through that, and then you should have a really good grasp about what we're trying to do, and let us know if you like it or not.
Horde of Spirit Walkers. Horde of Guardian Brutes with Chant of Hate. Horde of Spirit Walkers. Oh, look at that sexy regimented tribal Longhorns. Another sexy ass regimented tribal Longhorns. And once again, another boring regimented tribal Longhorns. Boom! Guardian Brutes. A Horde. Vicious. Avatar with Fly and Heal. Watch out! That's just a shaman. He has heal. That's a shaman. He's got the Myrmidon, the amulet that does and heal. Yeah.
Starting off, we got a troop of ghouls. Got a troop of mummies. Another troop of ghouls. I love ghouls. They're so ghouly. Got my werewolves, tried and tested. Caleb hates them. Horde of zombies. Got my troop of wraiths. Horde of skeletons. I gave these guys a brew of courage. I want them to stick around. The Regiment of Soul Reaver Cavalry. Love them. Regiment of Revenant Cav. The Lich King. Another Lich King with Mareb's Grimoire of Unspeakable Darkness and Morgoth the Faceless.
You ever have a moment where you out-deploy somebody? Because I just did. Oh, it's nasty. So that loot mission, I saw that castle wall on the left-hand side of the table across from me, and I was like, he can't even play with that. He can't even play with it. I just castled up to the left, layered it nice and deep, and he doesn't have Pathfinder.
This is a deep joke. We'll tell you guys later when you grow up.
Yeah, probably end of the video because it's totally not acceptable. But anyways, what I did, so I layered 2 layers deep almost entirely across the board on the left-hand side. I basically left one thing for him to deal with. I don't care what he wants to do. It's Invade. I got to get my guys across the middle of the board. I like my chances right now. He's got a big castle wall in front of him. He's screwed.
Realistically, I'm looking at this and I'm not excited about the deployment. You did textbook of what a castle kind of deployment would be to not deny this type of charge that I set up. I'm looking to do a heavy flank here and basically get some expensive units across the board because this is Invade. I want the stuff that actually is worth some points to get over there, so that's pretty important. I don't have nearly enough defense. I got a castle wall on my right-hand side that's kind of defending part of it. You use the terrain to your advantage tremendously with, you know, blocking that whole side of the board. You got that tower that's right in the middle there, and it's just something that's not looking good for me really early on. Deployment's huge. It's such a big factor in this game, so
I saw this board. Pathfinder doesn't help me in this game.
No.
We only got 2 hills, so I got to maneuver around things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that against him. He's slower than me with almost every single unit except the cavalry, not cavalry. So with the exception of those 2 units, I've got him. I like where I put my avatar with Fly. He's right behind a big mountain. You can't shoot him with nothing. I got 100 ways to go. I'm gonna bring it.
What he might not be expecting is that I have 3 casters that each have a minimum of Surge 12.
What? Actually, one's got Surge 16.
One's got Surge 16.
Which is baloney.
We'll see. It's something that I'm nervous about. So we'll show you exactly how this works. Check out the new movement phase. What's happening here is I decided to kind of take advantage of the situation as I saw it from the deployment. I wanted to break out, not move the double with anything in particular, because I know he's coming. He's got to come across to get the invade scenario to work out in his favor. And I can sit back, yes. With the surges, I can get late moves, but I don't want to get it to the point where I'm not being able to take advantage of them. Skeletons, I'm trying to move down the line. I just need to get them across that 12-inch mark, bare minimum. So they're really close now. And you got to remember, in this mission, it's wholly within that 24-inch line. It's not just, a mix of the middle.
I tell you, the only surprise I saw, the way you angled your cavalry, really kind of, what's he doing there? So I got an idea what you're doing there, but it wasn't what I was expecting. But you're making the best of a bad situation, which is what Kings of War movement phase is all about. So I gave his race on the left-hand side here. If you look down, I mean, I gave them just a hell of an option, which was none of it was good. I blocked him from really flying 20. He's got one place he can kind of go. He can't get a charge on any of the units there, so I love that. I used the castle in the middle to block the werewolves from setting up a good charge. His mummy's right across from my horde of spirit walkers. They're close to getting a charge, but just out of reach. So I really like what I got going on. The right-hand side is obviously what it is. I'm sacrificing it. I'm just giving it away. I'm just trying to time it out and see what I can make survive for how long. So really that's it for first turn. A lot of setups waiting from both sides. Who's going to take the bait? Who's going to take the setup? Who's going to fall first?
I hate the bait.
You love the bait. What you talking about? You can't help yourself but to go after the bait.
Ugh.
Come get it.
I'm still playing it fairly safe here with my moves, because what I'm seeing is I need to be able to address what's happening on the other side of the board. I know I have to charge with the Wraiths because he's just taken away any opportunity for me to do mostly anything else other than going backwards and taking a charge, and that's not something that I'm comfortable with. I know he wants to get into me, and I need to basically screen as much as I can so that the units that are worthwhile can do it. I'm taking some chaff in this list that I'm not used to taking because it needs to happen with Undead. I have taken too many units that were too expensive and just didn't work out for me, because once I lose one thing, the whole thing falls apart. So that's why I've got the Ghoul units, the Mummy unit, the Wraiths. It's just some things that I need to see work out. So I've at least got that combat happening over here, and I hope it swings my way. I'm going to try a surge here on the skeletons in just a second. Early game lightning bolt thrown into the herd here. Morgoth the Faceless. The guy with no face who just happens to have a face.
I wasn't sure. Did he have a face? Yeah. Did you? Okay.
Throwing a lightning bolt in here. I only got 2 off, so this is a nerve check for them. I actually want to see what's going on. Any idea what the nerve I got?
14-16.
14-16. So double 6s. Oh, nothing.
Weak sauce.
So I had a hard choice with the horde of spirit walkers on the far right. They were protecting the flank. I had those skeletons there. I could have taken the charge on. I didn't love it though because I had a flank from not the Soul Reaver cavalry, the other cavalry. I didn't like the way that was going to turn out. So I kind of played it a little safe. I don't love it. Everything else, I basically played so defensive. I did learn a valuable lesson. Don't ever put a monstrous infantry in front of a normal infantry, because you can't charge to do a multi-charge because you can't technically see it. Wow, brain fart. Total brain fart on my behalf. Bummer. I did a really clever thing, I thought, with the Avatar. I pulled him up. He's got his flank protected by the castle. The unit directly in front of him actually can't charge him this turn. He's technically out of their charge arc, which I love. Maybe they can get there.
No, they're out.
They out? I think they should be.
They should be.
Yeah. which I love that movement, and then the zombie horde on the far to the right of them got nothing on him. So he's gonna have to make some hard decisions. His werewolves, I think I negated him again, which I love. His cavalry though, I haven't, and which I hate. So play it out. We'll see what happens.
If there's any gaps in the audio,
Oh, locked. Where's your...
was it not recording?
No, it was recording it.
It didn't stop. Fairly uneventful third and fourth turn for both of us in that case. I declared my first charge of the game. Caleb put me in a situation, like I said before, that was just really bad with the race. Guardian Brutes blocked me directly in front of him, and I just really had nowhere to go with him, but that was exactly what he was hoping it would
I
happen.
really actually thought you were going to fly over all of it. I gave you the
Did you
one
really?
option.
Yeah.
That's what I was actually hoping for. You actually didn't go for it.
They're roadblocks. That's the way I see them.
Yeah.
With that 6 defense, they got low nerve, yes, but they're tough, and it ended up working out for me. Second thing that happened was that Surge kind of bit me a little bit. I'm okay with it now where things are, but at the time I was nervous. I had a Surge that, with 16 dice, I rolled...
Surge 16. I mean, realistically, best you're going to get is what? 4, 5 successes. I mean, 8 is
Me,
math.
okay.
But you, 4, 5, 13. My man rolls 13. He's like within 4 inches of a horde of spirit walkers. But in hindsight, as I'm looking at it, and I did the charge, and then I looked, and went, I got a flank. I got a flank exposed to a cavalry unit. Not going to take it. So I actually left him in terrain. So if he wants to come get him, he's -1 to hit my guys. It was the only option I had, and he negated my movement there. You tricky sons of... You.
What I do like about it is that I don't think I have to take the charge.
No.
Because I'm already across the board there.
You are.
I'll measure it, but I'm pretty sure I'm halfway across the board. They're worth points whether I kill your dudes or not.
That's correct. The combat with the Wraiths and the Guardian Brutes was pretty lackluster. He did 2 to me. I did 3 to him in return. I healed 1 back with my spell. He's going to get the attack first on in return. Combat-wise, not a lot happened. We're still... I'm very heavy on the left flank. We're going to have some things play out here in the next turns 5 and 6, 7,
This
and
is
8.
the waves about to crest and crash into things.
Yeah.
I got a trick up my sleeves. I think I'm going to be able to pull it off, but I'm going to try. So
I don't think he realizes that Avatar can fly yet. I'm about to show him.
I know. We're good.
No, I'm about to show you. No, I mean, I don't know if you knew, but I mean, it's going to fly.
Okay.
Up the beehole.
All right, guys. We'll catch you up at the end of the turns. So as I'm going through my movement phase here, and what I'm trying to set up is something that I'm hoping is going to work out. I want to screen with the mummies in the middle by the castle here because I know he's got that regiment there that I just don't want him to get behind me, and I know they're going to have to at least go through the mummies, and the mummies are a tough target. He's got Thunderous Charge, Crushing Strength with that unit, and that's nasty. That takes the 6 defense down to a 4, and it's just kind of an issue. Soul Reaver Cav, I want to move up and just kind of get that deeper penetration, make sure that they've got their 300 points worth of victory going towards me in the invade scenario, and then also setting up just down his backside. So the concern is that if later in the game he baits me across back into my own side, that's bad, because he knows how I am with cavalry. But ideally, what I'm interested in doing here, I'm declaring the charge with the skeletons. I got them locked in. That was a 10-inch charge. It's got me hindered because I'm in terrain, which is a slight issue for me. But what I'm interested in doing is using Morgoth and the Lich King to use those major surge rolls to see if I can't get into contact to do a multi-charge with the Rev Cav there in the middle. And
You know, and at first glance, I said, yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work, right? We went ahead and we pulled it up just to be safe, because you'd have needed a huge surge to make it. I mean, that's about 11 inches.
it is, and I've got
Yeah.
Surge 12 with Morgoth and Surge 16 with the
So-
guy behind him, so I
They
think
both
that,
would have needed to make it happen.
Right.
The question would have been you'd have had to do the guy behind first and then the
correct,
forward one.
and that's the order.
But as we read Surge, if it comes into contact with an enemy unit, it's a successful charge. He's got a horde of skeletons exactly in front of the unit. Technically, you really can't come into contact.
Right,
'Cause you
because this isn't a multi-charge where they both declare and slide apart for each other. I'm not moving directly in front of him. I'm moving into my own unit here. So,
We think this is the correct ruling. I'd be interested on feedback on this for sure.
sure, let us know what you think. If this is something that... Surge is such a tricky thing. It brings up a lot of questions as far as rules go. But this is one that we think we like. But let us know. these combats really did not go my way. The skeletons got into that big block, and just with the 6s to hit from being hindered, it really, really put me in a bad spot. I only got 2 hits on 25 attacks. I cast Bane Chant from Morgoth just to give him some extra because we found out we're not going to do the surge move, and I needed 2s to wound. I got both of them off at the very least. So it just really didn't work out the way I expected. Coming down the other side, the ghouls that were going up against the Avatar, I did decent with them. I got 1 wound off. He's got Iron Resolve. No, I got 2 wounds off, I believe. He's got Iron Resolve, though, and this is another rules loophole that we're just curious about, because with the Iron Resolve, he's fearless. He's got 19 on his nerve, so even though I did a few wounds, he's going to get 1 of those back just from Iron Resolve and having to take the test. We weren't sure if Fearless had to do it or not, so we did go with it, so he does only have 1 wound on him. The Wraiths themselves didn't do a whole lot either. Really just not in a bad spot. I'm okay with them being where they are, still being locked in. The 4 wounds that he's got put on them is pretty decent, and I'm comfortable with where it's at. Things are really kind of crashing in, and he's got really nice choices of what he's doing. I'm pretty sure that I'm getting ready to take some nasty stuff in return. I'm hoping that my combats can at least tie him up long enough to get the real nasty stuff, the werewolves, the cavalry, where I need it to be. So stay tuned.
Guardian Brute's doing some van damage. 7 wounds out of 12 on the nerve test. He needs a 5 on this check to get him off the board.
Big money, big money. Shake him up, shake him up, shake him.
That's a
off
5.
the table. Oh. Get him out, get him out. DD style. Avatar came in just crushing some b-hole. Just lay down 6 wounds.
Oh.
Let's see. You said 8-10?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Oh.
Get him out. Get him out. Done. Done.
Guardian Brutes with double weapons, getting Blessing of the Gods with Elite, because they're just swinging away.
Oh, came in with 11 wounds.
11.
Let me tell you, Caleb is about to roll some serious dice. Needed 11 to get him off the table. I don't get it. What are you going to do? All right, back with turn 5 and 6 recap. Anything that you really thought stood out to you that you did good?
Oh, that's that call.
Oh, no, nothing? Because I had some things that I thought I did good.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to know? Okay. So I went straight Jay Harris style on a unit of, what the heck was it, whites?
It was whites.
Yeah, it was whites. I just ran roughshod race. I'm
Wraiths.
sorry. Ran straight through them. Just murder faced them with my Guardian Brutes. Feel really good about that. Avatar did a really nice job getting rid of the ghouls. In hindsight, I didn't realize that unit was as minor as it was, so I kind of actually overplayed that.
I'm cool with that.
You
I
are.
hemmed you up in the corner. I know they can fly, but
I actually messed that up. I thought they were better than they were. So when he told me they had a nerve 8-10, I went, oh. So I just wasted 345 points.
65-point unit.
On a 65-point unit. So yeah, feel not good about that actually. So you actually outplayed me there because I didn't know my unit that I was going against.
I locked you in with Surge, so that was helpful in that particular situation. I really didn't expect you to get the Wraiths, because with the defense 6 in the prior turn, you only did 2 wounds.
Correct.
No, you did 3. I got 1 back on life leech.
Yeah.
So you pumped out what, 7, 8, something like that?
I came back with 6 this time and got him back up to 7 and got him off the table. I think with a 5, which is exactly what I needed.
Sure.
But I rolled it, 3 or 4 times to make sure we got it for the video. So I had a couple combats though that weren't exactly great. I had some tribal longhorns that went into another unit of mummies. I think I did 1. Did I do 2 maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Wasn't amazing. Was not amazing. So I don't like my chances there because now I got a unit of, actually a large unit of cavalry now that I'm looking at it across the table that's about to do what Kyle likes to do, which is with lances and beeholes.
Lances and beeholes.
Lances and beeholes. Yeah. He brings it. The other unit, I actually was pretty surprised with the success here. My Spirit Walkers, I think I did 9 wounds on the skeletons, which I feel solid about. And then the other unit of Guardian Brutes, I think I did 11 wounds on the zombies, correct?
Yeah.
So I have some things in place. If we hang tight, I like my chances. It is a dice game, though.
There is one critical point of the battlefield, and it is right by that tower, and it's on the right and left side of it, because basically what's happening, or at least what I see what's happening, is I've got tons of points on the western half of the table
Yes.
edge from my western half, and you've got tons of points on the other side. So we are split right down the middle as far as the invade scenario goes. And the kill is probably going to end up determining this, because you're running out of stuff to kill on this side of the board, but you got lots of things over there to do it. And if I get behind you and start making some things happen with the cavalry, I've got a chance. Otherwise, I am getting a little bit outplayed right now. So
Well, I got to play smart in turn 8 for me.
Yeah.
I got to play really smart, because if I get overrun anywhere, I'm about to be in a bad shape.
Yeah,
And
I
it's-
see that happen.
by no means is it a not possible scenario. So, yeah.
it's a good game so far.
Yeah, having a lot of fun. Turn
7
7
and
and
8
8 coming up.
coming up.
Yes.
In this movement phase, I am looking to get as many charges that are going to be multi-charges as possible. And something that we're concerned about is, other than the Soul Reaver that I know are going to multi-charge with the skeletons, we're concerned that the Revenant Cavalry here have a flank or a front charge. Caleb and I looked at the book and we kind of decided, based on the way that we see it, we move the models around quite a bit. So what you see here may not be accurate to what actually was their original position, but when we looked at it originally, we thought that we had a flank charge. He agreed that it was something that was plausible in this case because the center point matched up with the majority of his side.
You see that was 9 degree. Good.
So that's what we're doing. We are doing a flank charge. Let us know exactly what you think, if you think this is possible or not, but we, in this moment, decided, game, keep it moving. That's what we're doing. So, yeah, flank charge there. I've got multi-charge with the werewolves and the ghouls in the corner. Zombies are counter-charging. I'm hoping that these multi-combats are going to swing my way.
Oh, huge turn on my horde of travel, or my horde of spirit walkers. Just did 18. I'm sorry, 17. Wasn't a good turn. Wasn't a good
Could have been better.
Yeah.
What do I need, an 8?
We get a 23. You did 17, right?
Yeah, so 6.
Yeah, 6. It is a reroll. Get it?
Do it again.
Ah, 7.
7 off the table.
Oh, really? Really? Oh, painful. Painful. How many did you just do?
I don't know, 8.
It was 11. It
Oh,
was 11. Oh, Tribal Longhorns got a 14, 16.
So 3 or 5.
3 or 5 will get you
3 or
something. Yeah. It is a reroll.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh,
So my Guardian Brutes just went straight out of Compton on these ghouls. We did another 12 wounds. We got him at 22 right now. We need Snake Eyes. Rephrase. Kyle needs a Snake Eyes. Because this didn't have the Brewer Courage, right?
did not, no.
Needs the Snake Eyes. He's got an Inspiring. Ready?
Oh, I saw the one. I saw the one. Do it again.
Get him out. Get him out. Done. Son.
Compton. Just dropping tons of attacks onto the werewolves because they're the right target in this case.
Yeah, but still underperforming with a staggering 4 wounds. So he's got a 12-14, so I need an 8-10 to get him off the table. It is a reroll. No.
It's a 5.
No, that's lame. That's lame sauce. That ain't gonna get it done.
That was bad.
Wow, did you just do a werewolf howl?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're off the channel. I mean, you're done. Oh wait, no, you're back.
You're gonna put this together?
No, you're back. You have all the video skills. So change that. All right, back with turn 7 and 8. Man, that was a tough turn for me. I felt so good after last.
That was wonderful for me.
Yeah, that didn't suck. For me.
We thought that it was going to go totally opposite from how it did,
Yeah.
but
That definitely didn't suck for you.
it swung well.
I ran into an issue where castling has backfired on me. I ran out of crap to run into and to beat on with sticks. So I got 3 units that are literally hanging each other up. They're just in each other's way. Now, this will help me at the end of the game, but at this moment, I'm an aggressive player. I'm like, but go fight stuff. Kill, sticks, beat holes, you know.
Invade and castling don't go together well.
Well, no, we found this out. So, I know with my herd army this time, I tried to stick with all regiments and hordes because I'm trying to replicate my ogre army to get a better sense of the playstyle there. Sure. I had no chaff in this army. Man, I am just not used to this playstyle. You did some good things, though. You got the flanks.
Oh. I had to be patient. What turn is this?
So we just did 7 and 8, so we're walking into 10, 11. I'm sorry, 9 and 10.
Bottom half of the game, and I'm just now getting them where I need to be, and it had to be a matter of patience.
Took off 2 really big units. You took off a horde of Spirit Walkers and then a regiment of Tribal Longhorns. I needed those Tribal Longhorns to stick. I got outplayed on that flank charge that really stung and didn't factor the flank there. So that one,
They hit hard when they hit, but you've denied that so many times on me.
I've done a good job of making sure that doesn't happen, and I just missed it this time bad. And now I'm in a really exposed position, so I need you to make some bad calls. So if you could do that for me, that would be super helpful.
Just screw it up. Just totally.
Yeah, no. So
watch the whole game.
If you want to go chase a beehole with a lance, I mean, go ahead. I mean, I'll throw some bait out there. We'll see what happens. So.
I might points wise, we probably are pretty even.
Yeah, we're definitely very even. Right now, I feel I've got a unit that is a blocker for the horde. I need the last horde to stick to the end of the game. If I don't have that, I'm not going to win. I know that's kind of key for me. That's 230 points on the table.
He's trying to manipulate me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Why wouldn't
Okay, so coming up, our 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Should be a really quick finish here. So, we'll see what happens.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
So good. My God, stay tuned.
RevCav, going into an individual.
Look at that
On the back of
overconfident.
This actually isn't that great. They whiffed pretty hard. Hitting on 4s was a big deal here. Needed to wound on 2s. I got a 6. What's the nerve?
We got 11, 13.
Oh man.
So 5-7 gets me off.
5-7 gets
It
you
is a
off.
reroll.
That's no. That's a big no.
Oh!
That's a
Just
big
got
no.
real. Just got real. Oh, sad face. Confident to sad
Confidence
face.
went away.
Yeah. Is your head bleeding?
No, I got this wicked pole in the back, and they just smacked.
Look at this guy. It's like stepping on a Lego. It's terrible. Sorry.
Werewolves and ghouls went into the horde here, and I did a total of 8 wounds. What are we up to? 6, 7, 12, 15?
Should be 15. I think we needed 8 to get him off the table. It is a reroll.
Reroll. All right, let's do this.
What is it?
11.
Yeah, reroll that. Don't get excited. Don't get excited.
The excitement. Oh,
What is that? Let me zoom in.
it's a 4, Caleb.
Is that
3 to
let
1.
me-
Basic math, Steubenville
Can
man.
I? Why is there got to go to Steubenville? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
So, every now and then I run into a turn where I do stuff that is out of my nature. And this was one of those turns. So, neither of my Guardian Brute hordes were in combat, were close to combat, did anything remotely related to combat. Instead, they stayed on the 24-inch side of the line because we're doing Invade. I gotta make sure they stay safe. I actually moved one out of the way so the Avatar could charge. So now we're coming into what's going to be 11, 12, right? So we just finished up 9-10. And I'm in decent shape. I need a regiment of tribal longhorns to hold tight for one turn. They're not going to do it, but the game's really, really close. I got a lot of points on the 24-inch side. I like the fact that I'm going last here. It gives me a really nice shot to win. It's not a lockdown by any means. By any means. He's got a good, healthy amount of points on his side, but he's actually getting to the point. He's only got one unit left he can kill, because if he charges too far, he's actually going to be out of the 24-inch range. So I did some good things that turn. It may not look like it on paper, but I did good things that turn as far as making sure that I'm available at the end of the game to collect the victory points on the other side of 24 inches to win Invade. And that's what it comes down to at the end. Kill point wise, I mean, we're close. We're super, super close. He's got 2 really expensive units left. I just played so different this game. I really played so different. And this turn really showed that. Oh, so the tribal longhorn just went yard on the ghouls. He needs a double 1 to stick. Let me say that again, double 1, non-rerollable. Oh my God, if I roll this, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. Okay. Werewolf's got a little bit of butt hurt, literally butt hurt. That was a rear charge from the Avatar. That was 27 attacks. I did, I think, 41 wounds.
Yeah.
No, it was less than that.
It's ridiculous.
But it's still double 1s, so let me do that. That is rerollable.
Come on. Nope.
No. All right, off the table. I finally got some good stuff going my way. I got my horde free. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe I can win the day.
It's going to be close.
Very close.
We're going to come back with a recap.
All right, coming back with turns 9 and 10. We're about to finish it up. Ooh. I had a really good turn. Not in a sense of that I killed a bunch of crap, but I killed the right crap. And sometimes that's more important than getting a bunch of victory points. And sometimes that's very much overlooked in fantasy wargaming, especially in the game Kings of War. Kyle,
You did some crafty things. That center point of the battlefield is stopping me from doing more than I need to. And really, I don't want to go across that line. It's not worth it for me to go chase stuff, because the things that I do have are too expensive to get across that invade line. It's just not the right thing to do.
this really comes back to the deployment phase and then turns, I think, 3 and 4, where I was able to keep everything to the left-hand side of the table. He had this big castle wall on his right-hand side of his deployment zone.
Blew through it.
And you couldn't deploy behind it because your units can't get around it.
Yeah.
So in that, I was able to dictate the deployment. He tried to counteract that with some good flanks, which he was getting some. He was really getting there with them. But now he's got 1 turn left.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Do you risk it? Do you risk the victory points? You know, we're coming down to the nitty gritty. I feel really good about what that Avatar did when I got a rear charge, and I don't even know how to describe what I did to those werewolves, but it was very.
I don't
righteous.
know how many wounds it was. It was ridiculous.
It was very righteous to me. It was very righteous.
He just really does not like the werewolves.
Yeah, no, I just hate werewolves. Anybody that takes werewolves is an asshole to me. Sorry. And I think you're a scumbag and you should quit playing Kings of War. No.
There's some guys out there that might take offense to that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about
This is it. We're going to give you a really quick rundown of this last turn. So after that, we're going to recap, and that's the whole report. So
yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. We're having
some kill points.
You need some kill
Some
points?
kill points.
Yeah. I need you to stay on your side of the table. Stay over there. So I hope you guys are enjoying the report, though. We're having a lot of fun filming it. We're having a really good time, and it's really, we're having a lot more time to think, which is cool, actually.
I think we're actually around 3.5, 4 hours into this.
Yes.
Which, because of the way we're setting up shots and such, it's just taking a little bit longer. So it kind of feels like our ex-girlfriend a little bit, but we're still having fun. So
she's still trampy.
All right, we'll catch you up at the end of the game.
Yes.
Big Daddy Morgoth throwing some fireballs into the horde. They had 11 wounds on them.
They did.
I only did 5 more with fireball. I still felt like it was a good play because it gives me a chance to do some damage. I need a 7.
Yeah, we're sitting on a
Rerollable.
16. We're 23 fearless. So where you rolling them at?
7
I wanna see
twice.
it.
I'm gonna go right here.
There, I got it.
No,
Wow.
not even a reroll.
Not even a reroll.
That was a big deal. That was a very big deal because if those guys go off the board,
That's a
it's
different
nasty.
game.
Yeah, it's a different
That
game.
breaks it victory point wise. That puts it so close that it's a draw. Actually, that makes it a draw for sure.
We're gonna have to find out. Add things up. I'm not sure what you're gonna do. You're coming up on your turn.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're just gonna secure the invade in this case, but
Who could tell?
who
I'm
can
sneaky.
tell?
I'm
You're
sneaky.
Hey guys, end of the game. You ain't gonna freaking believe this. 90 sticking points. Count, you had
1440,
I had 1350.
1350.
That's what we each had on the other side of the line.
That's a lot of points.
So frustrated. Victory points, I actually had a smidge more because I had a shaman across the line.
Yeah.
But, draw. Oh. You know what sucks about playing your good buddy? Is that you get to know each other. And you get to know each other's tendencies. And you get to play each other really well. And you become each other's counter.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened.
Bitch, I want to punch him in the head right now. Such a fun game, though.
It was a lot of
really
fun.
was.
Last turn came down to a couple of things. On my part, I got one more charge off on the regiment of
Tribal Longhorns.
tribal longhorns.
Which actually swung the victory points to be a draw.
It did, yes. Interesting situation because the skeletons got a flank charge. 25 attacks doubled as 50 attacks. They were moving through terrain to do that. They got to hit on 6s. I only got, 6 or 8 hits? Something
You actually
like that?
just barely made enough
Barely
to
made
get him
enough.
off the table. I was going to give him the double 1 reroll and not even make him roll. I'm like, oh, you got that. I mean, you got 50 attacks on the flank. I mean, come on, really. They've already got 3 wounds. But it actually came down, he needed to roll, oddly enough. So don't always trust the match hammer.
Yeah. The big play that I made that I really was hoping for, that could have absolutely swung things, was Morgoth flew off into a spot that he had, just a smidge of space to get into. But he did. He landed
He's
there,
oversee here.
and I threw a fireball into the
The
horde.
horde of Spirit Walkers.
And they already had 11 wounds on him.
Correct.
With 15 fireball attacks, I was really hoping I could swing that. I needed a 7 on the nerve test.
You need a 7, yeah. You did another 5 to him.
So
So
I rolled a 4.
yeah.
Just didn't happen.
Just stock.
They
And
come off the board, that's 230 points.
that literally lost him the game. I shouldn't say lost. Shouldn't say lost.
Didn't win.
Didn't win him the game. That's
Yeah.
really, and that's what he was banking on. And I was just trying to get across the 24-inch yard line at that point. I was out of options. I had 2 units that hadn't seen combat.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
wow.
got
I'm just now realizing that.
Yeah, I got a unit of Guardian Brutes and a unit of Tribal Longhorns that never saw combat one time because of the way I stacked. It worked, kind of.
Layered.
If a draw is a victory, it worked, but the
Yeah.
draw is not a victory, so it didn't really
Sure.
work. So
Layered deployments and things like that really give you advantages against a lot of unit types. And in this case, you didn't have to deal with those unit types.
true, early on I had you flustered with it,
Oh, yeah.
but you stuck with your game plan and coming in hard with that cavalry on the flank, on the far right. It got you almost enough.
Yeah.
Almost enough. Son of a gun if this game isn't frustrating. I don't know about you, but I'm personally looking forward to to going into a tournament style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at some things maybe in spring that we can go to. There's some stuff coming up in Ohio that I'm personally looking at. I don't know about yourself. I'm really excited to test my mettle and see what I've got as far as this game goes.
My issue is still speed because I like to sit there and think about stuff. And when we're filming battle reports, that's fantastic. But I do not have a quick trigger finger. I gotta sit and stew just a little bit and just figure out what I want to go. And
I'm okay with that. You know, I
He's quick, I'm
barely
not.
have opposable thumbs, so I don't calculate the risk. I'm like, charge. You can't make that charge. Charge anyway. Yeah, that's me. I'm an idiot. It's a really fun game.
Yeah,
Thanks for
absolutely.
the game. So guys, I hope you like this style battle report. I know it's a little different from. It's got a lot of like professional stuff in it and stuff.
oh no, it's just we're looking to do things different. We're looking to give you a mix of all the things that people like in battle reports that I've found
Yeah.
all across the web. And we're hoping this is something that you like because it's going to be a lot of work putting this back together, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I love the vision you got going forward. So if you guys like it, please share it. If you like the page, please share us, like, sponsor, whatever you'd like to do. You know, put us on your blog, whatever. We're good with all of that. We thank you for your support. And I just got to say, I still hope that I can one day be as good as Jay Harris. And I did deep mom.
Thanks, guys.